podcast about your worst wedding, your worst funeral, bachelor party, bachelorette party, whatever's funny after the fact. We want to hear it. And today we have a very special guest, Miss Laura Meadows. Say hello, baby.
Hey, this is Laura Meadows, and you're broadcasting from, I guess, my hometown area, Illinois, Missouri, although I was on the
Missouri side. Yeah, we had a great discussion about who's number one for murder, Illinois.
Yeah.
East St. Louis represent.
But you know what? I was born in St. Louis, and shout out for St. Louis. We got most murders, number 1 and number 3. Hey. And we're held that spot for years. That's right. Oh, yeah.
And Chicago's coming up close.
Little competition this year, but, you know, I think St. Louis can hold its title. And then what? Chicago's number 2, so you got the 1 and 2 spots.
I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it. I just knew it.
I know. They think we're bad out here in California. I'm like, really? I don't see anything bad, do you?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Like, you know, everybody talks about how tough Compton is. Really, fuckers? You're not even on the list.
It's like I just got back from Compton. I just went to a swimming pool, a gym class, and it was fine. It looks like a garden party here compared to St. Louis. St. Louis looks like a demilitarized zone. You know, miles and miles out from the city, all the buildings look like they've been bombed.
Did you ever see The First Vacation, where Chevy Chase gets lost and he's down in East St. Louis? Yeah, can you tell me how to get to the interstate? Fuck your mama. Have a nice day.
I always make everybody watch that part.
Oh, that cracks me up every time.
I know. And then they're sitting there, and in the meantime, they're like taking their hubcaps and their tires.
You go see hey, what's up? What it is, Holmes?
And he said, like, can you give me directions? Oh, yeah, down the street, where you see the mailbox, you turn right, and then there's my cousin's house, so you turn left. No, not there, not that house. No, just going down another, you turn left, and then when you get to the oak tree.
My brother, he'll tell you, my cousin, he'll tell you how to get there. He goes, shit, I ain't even from here.
It's not from
That's right, that's it.
Laura Meadows, she is a scream queen. She has so many credits to her name. Go on to IMDB and look her up. She's got so much shit. She's incredible. I did watch The Legend of Emma Black today.
Yeah, well, Black Ears or whatever. You did.
I did.
Okay.
God bless you. God bless you, Laura.
I heard about it.
She is lovely.
Thank you. I especially loved walking up on the guy with the maggots in his mouth.
Right.
And that's where I got the scream. Yeah. You
got the scream, and then you jacked his ring. The guy's dead.
Yep. Well,
she's like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, so he's dead, but the ring's good. Here, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's Jayne Mansfield and I. That's one of the producers on that film. We've done several films since then. We did, what was it, 8 Days to Hell, and it's starring Eric Roberts. And that should be coming out, or is it 6 days? It's some days to hell. I'm not quite sure how long it took. And then there's Tiny Tim, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, but I went in to do some voice over for that. And so Shannon and I worked together for years and years. That was the sheriff at Black Annie.
Oh, is that right?
So, and we shot that in West Virginia. West Virginia, and I did not realize, I'd never been to West Virginia, and I did not realize how gorgeous it is there. I really loved it. We stayed in a southern mansion, which is part of where we shot that, and it was absolutely beautiful.
I've been to East Virginia.
Yeah.
There's less murders there than you say there is.
West Virginia gets real upset if you call them Virginia.
Oh.
They're like, no, we're in another state. We're West Virginia.
Mama, take me home.
So, and everybody can also look me up on Instagram, Laura, LAURA _Meadows, MEADOWS, just like it sounds, _actress. And my website is laurameadowsactress.com. I also have another website, laurameadowsartist.com. So that's why I say actress, because I'm also an artist. So, but the acting is what I've got the passion for. So, yeah.
Well, you've been in everything. And I'm telling you, you were Justified. I'm like, I love Justified.
Yeah, I had moved here fairly recently, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to go, and I'm going to get these, I'm going to go get some cool parts, and they're like, yeah, you look like a hillbilly. Oh my God.
You're like, that's what I dressed up for, duh.
Well,
you came all the way here to be a hillbilly. I thought I could do that back home.
Well, kiss my grits. I am a hillbilly.
Is that how they called you when you showed up? You're like, was there just like a pile of people, and they're like, you look like a cop, you look like a bank teller, you look like a hillbilly.
Yeah, well, they were specifically
Are you a
looking for
notary?
the hillbilly. I was like, all right. I kept thinking, how did they figure it out?
Was it the Daisy Dukes and the tied off flannel?
Oh, jeez, that might have been it. Might have been those pigtails, Daisy Dukes.
I just actually, shame on me. No, I'm not shame. I just pictured you in that. So, there you go.
Oh, I just actually did another short, and I was in Daisy Dukes, and they did cast me as a hillbilly again.
Nice!
In a short, yeah. It's called Sweet on Dewey. It's on my Facebook page. People can find me on Facebook, too, and they can see some of my
I think I just started watching that. I got busy. I got busy, but I think I just started watching that. You had it up on your page. Yeah.
That's right. Got pegged as a hillbilly again. Yes, I tend towards the horror roles because I just love imagination.
Yeah.
I like the fantasy and the horror and things out of the ordinary. It just is intriguing to me because it's such an imaginative thing. And then I like the artistry that goes with it, creating the masks and the prosthetics and different artists that work on that. Except you can really rain some clothes. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to go to Goodwill and get something.
I love Goodwill. Everybody gets down on it. I freaking love Goodwill. No, really. Goodwill is, it's a little, people need to take advantage of that more often. They have, out here in California, they have everything in the store for $2 sometimes. And Yeah.
I mean, you can get stuff and it's amazing. For $2, you can't buy the material for that. So if you know you're going to get splattered with blood, go to Goodwill on the $2 day and get your stuff.
I know when
So horror, yeah, you asked me about that. I was a horror buff since I was in grade school. I loved watching horror movies. I went to 6 different grade schools, 2 different junior high schools, and 2 different high schools. My dad was a professor. No, he wasn't in the military or the witness protection plan. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I was a professor moving. I used to tell people we didn't go anywhere unless we just took all the furniture on vacation. That's how we had a vacation. All the furniture went with us on vacation. And then we kind of stayed for an extended period of time. And sometimes it was only 6 months, though. But you know what? It's all good because I enjoy learning about different cultures and different people all over the country. States are so weird. Yeah, states are so weird because talking about holidays, each state is like a little different country, and they all have a different holiday that you don't know they have.
I know, we've got Pulaski Day. And I looked at it.
I know it.
They're like, who the hell's Casper Pulaski? They're like, I don't know. They're like the sausage king in Chicago. And I'm like, no, you found something in Illinois. I don't know.
No, he didn't.
When I got off
a general during the Revolutionary War.
That's what I meant.
That's.
Yeah, I know. Every time I would take the kids to school, and the school would be closed, and I would be like, okay, why? And then everything was closed, and I would say, what? Why is everything closed? Oh, it's Pulaski Day. What?
Pulaski Day. Greg, give me just a second. Everybody, we're talking to Laura Meadows. She is an actress. She is fantastic. You're going to have to look her up. She's been in damn near everything. I mean, everything. Tony, yes. You're coming on here in about an hour. I just want to get back to you, but all my media stuff is being used, so I couldn't answer you. So there you go. So... But I look her up on IMDB. Everything. I know it. I fuck it up every day.
Yeah. Constantly.
Yes, exactly.
Look at it every day.
Her page once a day, every day.
We're going to get our ratings up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Everybody do it. Well, then, of course, in California, I got surprised again because schools were closed. I'm like, okay, what now? They're like, it's Cesar Chavez Day. What? It's Cesar Chavez Day.
Right.
Okay, all right, okay. I didn't know. And then I was in Nevada, and I'm like, okay, the schools are closed again. What's up? And they're like, it's Nevada Day. But
It's Nevada Day.
Nevada Day. Like, they don't tell me ahead of time because they figure everybody knows, and especially when we need the person that just moved there. So they don't tell you. But Nevada Day had a really good thing to it. It was on Halloween. So it was a state holiday to have the day off. It was on a Halloween. A state holiday, everything's closed on Nevada Day, which is October 31st. Now, Nevada Day is supposedly...
Well, what's a good day? What about Halloween? Yeah, that's not dating.
You're not getting last-minute Halloween costumes.
Yeah, I mean, I think... Nevada Day should be adopted nationwide, you know. Everybody should have Halloween. Speaking of holidays, should have Halloween off. I think they got the right idea in Nevada. They didn't tell me, but for some reason I actually was not mad about that. Live next to a graveyard, and my dad always said those are the best neighbors we ever had. They were so quiet. They were just really well behaved and quiet. Oh, he was just trying to make a beeline anytime we moved to find a graveyard, see if there was a house available.
Did he really? Is that true?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, my dad was kind of a little different.
No, he's right. Like, nobody's gonna fuck with you next to a graveyard. Like, there's nothing going on there, you know?
Right, no, and they have gates, and they have some guards, and they, you know, nobody's gonna bother you, and it's quiet,
yeah, that's like the graveyard around Cuba. That was just like...
Well, I think as far as worst holidays, it would not be Halloween. Halloween is pretty good. is lots of stuff to do on Halloween. So I haven't ever had a bad Halloween holiday, but the one holiday my mom always told me upset me was Christmas. And she said after Christmas was over, every Christmas afterwards, and in the evening, I would cry.
Oh.
And my mom said, why are you crying? It's like, it's over.
It's over. I was so excited. Now it's gone.
It's over. To go with a whole other year now. I went to get some stuff for Halloween, some Halloween candy, and I went to 2 different stores, and the Halloween stuff was gone. Yeah. I'm like, what? It's not even, Halloween hadn't even happened yet. And the Christmas was already out. I'm like, what? It's not even Halloween. This is pre-Halloween. And
My worst holiday is brought to you by capitalism, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, capitalism. Are you tired of celebrating holidays waiting before Christmas? Well, Christmas is here to fuck that up. Capitalism.
Well, then we had, what was it, Black Friday in March when we all went to get toilet paper. I think that was Black Friday, wasn't it?
No, what I did is I got on fucking Amazon, www.myworstholiday.com, and clicked the Amazon link, and I bought a fucking bidet, which is the greatest thing that's ever happened to anybody in humanity.
That's right, those are great.
Oh, bidets are great. It's fantastic. You want what?
I bought toilet paper. Well, on Amazon, while everybody else was buying toilet paper, we're in a store. I got toilet paper delivered to me.
Right, and I bought a bidet.
I stood in the line at Target, but I did buy a bidet, and it was, it was great. Hey, are you seeing if it works and it sprays the bathroom? So, like, if you drink too much, and let's say you're not feeling too well, and you have to, and there's a bidet, and you've got to get to the, so is it a water fountain in that case?
I did myself, though.
This is like, hold on.
And it just kind of cleans your mouth out.
Market them as
vomit rinsers?
Yeah,
is that what you're
I'll think of the name.
So see, it serves multiple purposes. You can use it for the traditional use. You can use it, to rinse your mouth out. You can clean your bathroom with the water coming out of it.
You can clean your bathroom.
Well, actually, I've had lots of bad days. One earlier in my life, I was supposed to bad days, yeah. So this guy, I was planning on going out with him, and he said, "Oh, I'm really busy," so he stood me up. Now I had another friend coming in from out of town, and his name is Tommy. And Tommy said, "Do you want to go out?" And I said, "Okay, well, Alex didn't want to go out." So he said, "So what do you think about going to a strip bar?" And I'm like, "Sure, okay.
Yes.
I'll go with you."
Yes, I do want to go with that.
For it.
I'm right up in that, yes.
So we went, and I get in the door, and there's Alex.
He was so busy, couldn't break away.
He was really busy.
My gosh, have you seen Laura? What the fuck is he doing?
That's what his friends thought. His friends were like, hey, let's get to know Laura. Really, Alex? You didn't go out with her? And I was with Tommy.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, watch the movie The Legend of Emma Black, okay? And then say, I stood her up.
I stood her up.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm there with another guy.
What?
And he's there with his friends, and very quickly, I seem to have gathered all of his friends up around me. And he's standing, all of Alex's friends. And so there's Alex standing there by himself in the strip joint, and and I've got his four buddies and my date.
What?
Alex,
At this point,
You know, I just picture like, I just picture his friends like,
Tommy's
look at
cool.
you, look at Alex, look at you, look at Alex going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's exactly what they said, and then Alex said to me, "Why are you stole all my friends?" So he was like all mad, and I'm like, "Alex, I had no idea you were here."
Laura, I don't know how to break this to you. Alex?
Yeah. Hey Alex, you're gonna see this on my Facebook.
Yeah.
There's so many bad things, you know. Let me think of one recently. Okay, so I went out with this guy, and he's like more mouthing it to me. And he's like, where do you want to go eat? And I tell him, I want to go to Premier. And he goes, oh, really, I can't afford that. I'm nice, you know. And I'm like, okay, that's all right. That's
Not everybody can.
And he goes, yeah, I'm good with that. And he's like, so let's just go to the shipyard and go where the fish, you know, the dog workers go. And I think there's some fish there and fries, and it's really cheap, but it's good. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I know, right? He sounds like a real charming guy. So, yeah, it was a blind date. A girlfriend had sent me out. She says, oh, yeah, he's really hot cameraman. You're going to love it. He's so magnetizing. Anyway, I had no attraction to him whatsoever. So, he takes me to this place, and I'm like, all right, you know, and he's kind of fresh and everything, but I'm really not impressed. And then I don't know what it is, but he sent me a text message with a new truck. And I texted him back, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And he goes, oh, this is my new truck. I just bought it. It was $60,000. Right?
He's just a tight ass. He can afford anything he wants. He's just a tight ass.
And he really didn't need to show me the truck. I thought, is he trying to impress me? See, I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt. And I said, are you taking me
That's a red flag, like, right off the bat. This guy's a douchebag.
He's a douchebag.
Yes, he's a douchebag.
He says to me, I say to him, are you taking me for a ride in your truck?
Oh, no, I would never take
No.
Poser.
So my girlfriend calls me back, and she's like, wasn't he wonderful? No. And she goes, oh, aren't you going to go out with him again? No.
Are you sure it wasn't due to him? See, we're in the car business. So, that new truck, it could be like my new truck is, it's a 2003 with 167,000 miles on it. That's my new truck.
Oh, okay. This thing was brand new, he said.
God.
I'm like, okay. And she's like, but what
So how about some
wrong?
fish and chips
What
and lots of
happened?
people who smell like fish?
Yeah, let's go over to the dock and
How
get
about the
that
sloppy
real
Joe
cheap.
barn?
I hope that cholesterol.
Oh, you know that Lynn did that? He took me to look at some shops, and the salesman was trying to sell him something for me, and he's like, oh, no. So anyway, I was like, okay, yeah.
Find a lady in a daffodil. Nah, I can't swing.
I can't swing it.
Yeah, you're going to get me on that one. How much are they? About 50. How about 50 cents? Can't do it.
No, I'm not saying I'm a materialistic, but that's going a little too far.
The cameraman in Hollywood did. I would think.
Well, he was.
Yeah, how much ass is the cameraman getting?
I think like the security guards would get more booty than the camera guy. Like the gaffer.
Yeah, no.
The gaffer.
The gaffer gets
Well,
nothing.
The gaffer's getting a hand job from the guy that runs against the food.
The guy that takes the food order gets more booty.
Or there's also the dates that I've had where they've asked me out and then they suddenly don't have the money to pay for the food or the coffee, and somebody stiffed me for a cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
Stiffed him. Yeah, he's not a friend on Facebook.
Well, it was
I wish he
Starbucks.
was.
It was like, this is
You
like
know,
going,
I see where it was Starbucks. It was
No, it wasn't
It's
Starbucks.
like
It was the
$4,
Culver.
Bob. I can't swing that.
It was just, this was just like a house brew at the Culver Hotel, and he's like, I gotta go. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you? I think he was married or something. Anyway, so
You dined and dashed on a cup of coffee?
What?
He ditched you on a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
We'll have two coffees. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Well, he said he has to go, and he gave the waitress his credit card. And she comes back and she goes, "Sir, it's declined."
oh my
And the coffee was no more than $10. Okay, it's less than $10. And he looks at me and goes, "Can you get the coffee?" "Yeah, I can get the coffee." "Can you get the coffee?"
What? Somebody hacked my identity?
I'm gonna take
Exactly.
I got no luck at all.
Instead of coffee, how about this?
Hey, if anybody is decent out there that can afford a cup of coffee, yeah.
That's bad. That's bad.
So those are some of just a small sampling of some of my worst dates. IMDB page. Go to my IMDB page, Laura Meadows, and thank you so much for watching The Legend of Black Annie. That's really cool of you to do that.
The whole story looked cool, So I was like that looks awesome. So I gave it a try, And it was a decent movie. It's a really good movie.
It is a decent movie, and I have been on location.
You need to be about 45 minutes. Right around 45 minutes in is where you want to be. Trust me, that's where you want to be, is about 45 minutes in.
I've been out of town shooting a new TV show, and I can't quite talk about it, but I'm a detective. Let's see, to give you something to say. Well, let's see, I don't have it with me right now. I'm a femme fatale detective for a 21st century soap opera. That's what I was told to say. Okay. And it'll be on some streaming services for sure. I just don't know which ones yet, and I can't talk about it. And then I did another project, and I can't talk about it.
And I've had two great conversations with this beautiful woman, off of here. She every time I've talked to her, off of here, she's just been so personable. We just automatically just started just shooting the shit. She is absolutely what she is. There's no errors to Laura Meadows. Just none at all. She's lovely.
Oh, thank you. You guys had any tornadoes lately?
No,
we don't get those out here.
We had what was called a derecho. That's a real fucking word.
What is that?
That is a line wind that's like 120 miles an hour. It's like hurricane gusts that go through that it only happens once every 70 years or some shit like that.
Oh wow, I think I heard about it on the news.
Yeah. Iowa lost millions of acres of crops. There was outside of our store, a semi got blown completely over, from a dead stop, and
Oh well.
Yeah, like down like on the coast and stuff like that, they have palm trees, right? Those things bend.
Right.
You know? Oak trees don't bend. They just fucking snap.
No, they don't. They do.
Oh yeah,
I miss that about the Midwest. All your tornadoes and thunderstorms. It's so exciting. Out in California, they get a little crack of thunder, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so scared!" And you're like, "Huh?
Yeah.
You just
try a fucking tornado." My buddy Brad, when I was 17 years old, and I was down in Georgia, and because his parents moved down there because there was a big recession back in the 80s, right? So anyway, there was a bad storm came through, and they're like, "There's a tornado. Tornado sirens go off, shit like that." And everybody gets in their cars and they're driving because they want to go and watch the tornado. And Brad and I are like, yeah, there's no basements down there because it's all fucking sand. We're like digging holes. We're like,
that's right. Oh, that's right.
It's like people coming out for an air raid. Where they at? I don't see them. Come, let's go look at the air raid. You know?
I was telling my son that when I was in Oklahoma, there's a lot of tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just constant. And I was in a building, and that's where the weather service was, but there's no basements anywhere. And you've got all these tornadoes, but nobody has a basement.
Right.
So my son's like, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, you stay on the first floor." Yeah, why?
Pray to God. That's what you do. You pray to God.
That's the day when they told you when you're in school, get under your desk, and then put your head between your legs. I don't think we'll do that.
That was for.
There's a lot of this going on.
Now, when I was a kid, they had the duck and cover, where you get down and you get down like a turtle.
Oh yeah.
And that was for a nuclear attack. That's no shit.
Or a tornado.
That's no shit. Not a tornado. A fucking nuclear attack. You duck and cover. If you get down like a turtle, buddy, you won't get wiped out by a nuclear bomb.
What kind of moron teachers were
Right.
Everybody from the 50s, and everybody just they smoked Marlboros while you was blowing a cigarette, your birthday candle. But anyway, that's what they do.
Do they honestly think that a foreign power is going to go after Peoria, Illinois first?
Caterpillar.
You know, with the nuclear weapon.
They would. We do have the nuclear power plants here, though, so they would go after us. Yeah, there's a very good chance of that.
That's in the South.
That's.
No, I get your point.
Yeah.
Get your point.
Yeah. Down in Cuba, we've got coal. Because we're safe.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah. I think they'd be more interested in where I am, really, honestly. We need to duck and cover.
All right. I hate to cut you off, Laura, because I absolutely love you, but I got another podcast coming up next.
Okay.
Tell us all about yourself again. You've got the floor. Go, baby.
All right. My name is Laura Meadows, and I am an actress. Please look me up on Facebook under Laura Meadows. I have a fan page that is not full. Please join my fan page. And my YouTube channel under Laura Meadows. Instagram, Laura, LAURA_Meadows, MEADOWS _actress. Hope you know how to spell that. And go check out my IMDB and check it out every single day. Just keep hitting it. And raise that score. Love it. And so that's me. And check out The Legend of Black Annie. We've already had a good review on that. My good buddy, Shane Woodson. And it is a pleasure talking
with everyone. And with that being said, from a room next to my bathroom in my basement, this has been my worst holiday. Good night, everybody. Hang out with us for a second.